What is PTSD and do you have it? Hi, I'm Bo Sebastian, your de-stress coach, and I know this video is going to make your life a lot better. Please join me and subscribe and like the video for more just like this one. So what exactly is PTSD? We hear a lot about it these days, but most people really don't know what it is, or more importantly, how to heal from it. PTSD means post-traumatic stress disorder. This definition from the Mayo Clinic pretty much sums it up. Post-traumatic stress disorder is a mental health condition that's triggered by a terrifying event, either experiencing it or witnessing it. Symptoms may include flashbacks, nightmares, and severe anxiety, as well as uncontrollable thoughts about the event. Most people who go through traumatic events may have temporary difficulty adjusting and coping, but with time and good self-care, they usually get better. Here's the thing, usually get better means that sometimes people who have PTSD reduce the amount of anxiety from a lot of therapy and self-care and perhaps a spiritual connection. I had a PTSD experience when I was a young boy. I watched my drunk father beat the pulp out of my older brother. Much later in my life, while I was out with friends for dinner and a movie, I sat comfortably in my theater seat waiting for a movie to start, a bucket of buttery popcorn between my legs and a bottle of water in the cup holder. I never once thought something so real would happen on that movie screen. From the beginning of this movie, it set the scene in my mind for me to relive a dangerous moment in my childhood. I lost control of my body and my mind. My heart raced, my mind muddled. I remember telling my friends that I felt sick and needed to leave. Later in my car, I called my best friend, who happened to be a compassionate therapist. He talked me down from my precarious, anxious ledge by making me count backwards, subtracting 3 from 200 and so forth. As I did as he told me, he spoke calming and loving words about safety. He was there for me as my muddled mind recognized that I wasn't actually in that horrible moment in my past. When I returned to reality, I had driven an hour in the wrong direction of my house, toward a distant farmland in South Tennessee. In that moment, I realized I had no tools to help myself out of any PTSD moment of anxiety. I needed to be my own dictator of peace and relaxation in my brain and in my body. What if my dear friend hadn't answered his phone that rainy evening? This is why I developed the zeroing out technique for people like me and just like you. My book From 10 to Zen, Releasing Stress with the Zeroing Out Technique, is now out in paperback, hardback, and audiobook. And if you want the Kindle version of the book, it's only $1.99. Who can't afford that? If you're a Prime member, it costs nothing. The link to the book is in the program notes below. Get your copy for $1.99 on Kindle, or read the paperback, or listen to the audiobook now.